I really don't understand how leveling up works. I feel like I get so many points that I'm just gonna max out everything before the game's over. So we either gotta go to Novaria to investigate reports of Geth on the world, or go to Pharos to see why the colony was attacked. I suppose we could do these side quests first. Go to the Hydro system. Every time I record, she picks up that bone. Or we can find the Biotic commune. Let's start with this one, I guess. Hydra system in the Argus Road cluster. Does anybody have anything new to say?
How are you?
Why did you want to be a C-Sec officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was C-Sec, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's sort of like my relationship with you, Garrus. I've heard all my life that you're incredible, and so far you're just so incredibly boring.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a C-Sec man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre.
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, C-Sec's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
You're a quick learner, Garrus. We'll beat him at his own game. It's the only way to stop someone like him.
I'm right behind you, Commander.
Now, will you deign to talk
Commander?
to me?
Dismissed.
I didn't mean to click goodbye.
Ma'am.
Do you have a few minutes to talk?
Sure. I was hoping to get a minute of your time off the record.
Is this duty-related, Chief?
No, ma'am. Well, maybe. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
You don't trust their motives because they're not human.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies.
And when humans become part of the
Humanity,
council?
I mean, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
How do you get from relying on ourselves to mistreating our allies?
I don't mean we should mistreat them, Commander. I just think we should be prepared to go it without them. As noble as the Council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
I don't see that as inevitable.
Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species
No, it's
will
racism.
always be more important to them than humans are.
Give me a break or why?
This is an Alliance warship, not the Parliament floor. If you're Earth first, vote for the Terra Firma Party.
Terra Firma is a
get 'em.
pack of jackals. The founders had ideals. These days they just play off xenophobia and bigotry. I hope my reasons are more rational.
They're really
My father,
not.
grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
All right, I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams.
No, I
But
don't.
This is a
I was
multilateral mission.
gonna yell at her
You're gonna
to
have
work with them.
aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
I'm glad there won't be a problem.
Anything else you need, Commander?
Can I
Do you have a few minutes to talk?
go
I'm sorry,
harder on
Commander.
you about that?
I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
That did not
Ma'am.
end. with the verbal thrashing that it should have.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as
The
soon as I
apple
met him.
core.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
I'll decide what's important. Now tell me how you know Saren.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
Waste of time.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
That's always the thing about working with bad guys. There's literally zero incentive for them to not just kill you.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me. Especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
You'll get used to it.
But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sounds like the pilgrimage isn't just about finding resources for the fleet. Maybe it's about teaching you to appreciate your people and culture.
You're probably right. We Quarians spend our whole lives traveling. But really, we never leave home. The pilgrimage has given me a whole new perspective on our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
I should go.
See you later.
Do you think Liara's hanging out in the Dr. Chakwa's house?
Something I can do for you, Commander.
Carry
no,
on,
never
Adams.
speak to me
Aye,
again.
Commander.
Now back up the incredibly slow elevator that goes 10 feet up. Jesus, that took forever. Caden, I forgot you even existed.
Commander, do you have a minute?
I always make time for my officers.
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here.
Yeah,
This Saren is looking for records
Oh.
on some kind of galactic
I
extinction.
thought you meant about
We
Ashley.
can't get backup from the Council? Sorry,
Is
Commander.
that her name?
There's
Ashley?
writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
I was not listening to what you were saying.
We've got our orders. Belly aching won't change them.
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. It's funny, we finally get out here, and the final frontier was already settled. And the residents don't even seem impressed by the view. Or the dangers.
Well, well. You're a romantic.
That's not
You
how I
sign on
wanted
for the
that to
dream
come
link up?
off.
Secure a man's future in space?
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, or, you know, for justice. Maybe I was a romantic in the beginning, but I thought about it after brain camp.
Brain camp?
Biotic acclimation and temperance training. I'm not looking for the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Seems like you beat the odds. How many didn't make it?
Out of 100, maybe 60 have no effect. 30 suffer adverse effects, little things like brain cancer.
That is a
The other
huge
10 show enough
percentage.
ability to augment with implants. Not always permanent, though. Not like the cancer. Next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero. And how's a kid supposed to deal with that? A station at the edge of human space.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. Anyway, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a bull session about stuff that happened years ago.
We have to depend on each other in combat. I like knowing what kind of man I have at my back.
I understand, ma'am. I won't let you down. You, make a habit of getting this personal with everyone?
Of course. But I don't enjoy it with everyone. We'll talk again later.
I'll need some time to process that, Commander. But, yeah, I'd like that.
I didn't want to flirt with you. I wanted to flirt with Tally. This isn't even the room I was looking for. Doctor,
Yes, Commander? Is there
God.
something you need?
I should go.
if you
Goodbye,
don't have
Commander.
anything new to say, put up a big red X above your head.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
Wouldn't it be physiognomy? I never remember the difference.
Alliance medical personnel take courses in alien biology, just in case.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
Oh, that's a huge difference. Physiology is the valid scientific study of how living systems function, while physiognomy is a discredited pseudoscientific practice of judging a person's character based on their facial features or body structure. Well, so it's actually learning about somebody or racially profiling.
I had to save you. You can help me stop Saren.
I know you took a
That
chance
was
bringing me
colder
aboard the
than I
ship.
meant.
I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
You must enjoy something about it.
I love my work. Seeking out history's lost secrets has a special appeal for me. You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No! I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now
I think
you
you're
know why
very
I prefer to spend
literal.
my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
You feel like a robot, but a robot that isn't a Final Fantasy VII
Do you know
robot.
why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more
Sorry, a
involved in
Final
shaping
Fantasy
galactic
VII
events.
remake intergrade
Maybe she thought
robot.
allying herself with Saren
And
would
by
somehow
robot,
be for
I
the
mean
greater
the
good in
people,
long
not the
run.
actual
At
robots.
least I hope so.
What were you saying?
Any chance she's in this for power or personal gain?
No, not the Benezia I knew. But I hadn't spoken with my mother in many years. She may have changed.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
Classic parthenogenesis.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits onto our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Father might be an incorrect term.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
There, that's a
She
much
rarely spoke of
classier
her
way
own
of saying
partner.
it.
Though I know my father, if you want to use that term,
I
was
didn't.
another Asari.
I literally didn't.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes
That's not
called
necessarily
a
true.
pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be
I'm
cruel
so
enough to say
glad
the
to be
word to my
pure-blooded
face.
white.
It is a great
I mean
insult among my
wizard.
people.
Hee hee
It is
hee.
possible
Ha ha ha
Benezia's
ha.
partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
It's not necessarily true that two Asari having a baby would not gain anything, because the two Asari who had the baby have different traits from presumably their parents, who were also presumably with other traits, so it's more like mixing traits. Like, if an Asari and an Elcor had a baby, and then an Asari and a Hanar had a baby, then if those two Asari got together, their baby would be 1/3 Asari, 1/3 Hanar, 1/3 Elcor. Well, you know, that math doesn't really work, but it's not like having a 1-1. It would be a 1-3 or a 1-2. when it's different. What were you saying?
Why agree to the union if she didn't want any children?
I cannot answer that. This is all speculation on my part. It is possible she wanted to be part of my life, but something happened to her before she had the chance. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
I said we were gonna go do the side quest like 30 minutes ago. Oh, I guess I could talk to Joker. Jongler, what do you gotta
I
say?
prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal.
I prefer silver.
Recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that.
7 weeks?
So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
That's not a lot of growth for 7 weeks.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship balanced. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your
I have to go.
We went through
All right,
this.
see ya.
You went through this, you robot. You damn Seth Green robot. Alright, Argus Road Cluster. And we're looking for something. One of the patrols mentioned some strange activity in the Hydra system of the Argus Road Cluster. I guess while I'm here, I'll scan other planets
Message coming in.
for
Patching it through.
materials.
Commander Shepard, my name is Nasana Dantius. I have a job for you. I can't say any more in an unsecured communication. If you're interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person. I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium.
Alright. Meteor's writings recovered. You were scanning the planet Borland when a strange signal came from orbit. Navigator Presley determined the signal was from an ancient beacon. Your salvage team brought the beacon aboard and found one of Matriarch Delinga's writings in its storage compartment. If I go here and there's another Thresher Maw, I'm going to very much wonder how they got all the way out here. How are they so prevalent on other planets? Please tell me there are upgrades that I can get for the Mako. You call that debris? It's literally one chicken nugget in a field of 0 nuggets. Electronic skill too low. Is there a way to swap out? This is how you fix the electronic skill too low bug. Bug. Now it is physically impossible for my electronics to be too low. That was probably not worth it. Oh my god, they immediately spotted me and sent out a sniper. I just got a shit ton of money for that. Right, the controls swap. The controls follow the mouse. So I was trying to back up, but it was running into the building. Because I had the gun pointed backwards. It says there's one more guy. Fatigued? What does that mean? Oh shit. I just noticed how many people were in there. I like how there's no combat music. There's an incredibly loud song for talking to people, but there's no combat music.
You must die.
I agree. Oh, Asari slavers? What the hell? You keep twitching into that box. Asari slaver. You better be sorry. Get it? Oh, bitch you. Bitch you. I think I just went from $2,000 to $28,000 just for coming here. You discovered evidence that the Asari are leading these slavers, and Nasana Dantius, an important ambassador on the Citadel, are sisters. We just talked to that lady. I gotta download this evidence. That is level terrain. I'm decrypting a pile of rocks? Rare element surveyed. You have surveyed a large pile of rocks. Okay. Just this controls so badly. Sorry, capsule? Why is this a game? Why can't I just pick it up? It's not clear who lived here, but it appears to have been abandoned for some time. The container in the tent held, among other things, one of Matriarch Delinga's writings. Delanaga, not Delinga. Belegda. Her sister's dead? When did that happen? Did I kill the sister?
Message coming in, Commander. Big surprise. The Alliance needs you again.
It happens.
This is Admiral Hackett with Alliance Command. We've got a mission for you. An Alliance officer named Major Kyle has set up a small compound in the Hulking Eta cluster. He's attracted a number of followers, mostly biotics.
I was already coming here for this.
Alliance, and we believe he's mentally unstable. This could be trouble, Shepard.
I'll look into it.
3 days ago, we sent 2 Alliance representatives to meet with him at his compound. They've disappeared. We believe Kyle and his followers killed them. That compound is a cult, Shepard. They call him Father Kyle now. He set himself up as some kind of religious leader.
How permanent a solution are you looking for?
We don't want this to turn into a massacre, Commander. Kyle is dangerous. I trust you to use your judgment. Hack it out.
This guy's voice sounds familiar. We're dealing with biotics. I guess I should take Caden. And Liar is a scientist. Are you biotic? No, you're tech. Oh, you are biotic. Okay, well then I'll take you both. Oh, it's a Skyrim horse. I didn't think I'd be able to do this. Whoop, that was a bad move. Can we do it? Can we do it? I want to do it. I'm doing it. I did it. God, this thing sucks to drive.